Well, this week we are continuing with our pillboxes. We've got quite a lot more scenery to do, so the static grass applicator's out again. And yeah, well, a few other things, and you'll see as we go along. Well, we've got our little pillboxes, so we're going to do a bit of weathering on them. So I've got some black, brown, light green for sort of moss, and then some darker green for sort of more mouldy type things. So I'll perhaps try a bit on the back first to see how that works. So a bit of black on there. See how that goes on. Yeah, it's not going on that well actually. Well, yeah, it is looking dirtier. So now let's perhaps try some dark green on the roof. Yeah, you can see that. So that's sort of a bit dirtier. Perhaps we'll try a little bit of light green on that corner. There. So we can let's put some green down the bottom, because that's where sort of the moss will grow at the bottom of the doors and things. Actually, normally the moss will grow on the south side, I think. No, the north side, sorry, pardon me. And there's some bits of green on there, probably just about everywhere. So then we can, I can put some brown, just a bit of dirt, a bit of mud spattered up the sides. If they've been shooting out of the holes, we're going to have some black underneath the where they shoot the holes. Let's just put some dark green. Oh, we've got a bit dark green on there already, haven't we? I'm going to tone down that lighter green with some darker green. So, yeah, that's a bit better. A bit of black maybe. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. And then we can put some cauliflower in it anyway. Okay, so that's not too bad. If you can see that very well. So, yeah, little pillbox. Okay, so yeah, this one as well. So this is another one. We'll use what we've got left. Again, maybe a bit of light green on the top, and then we'll cover the light green with some darker green. A bit of black on the door, and then we'll have some brown. Yeah, so they don't look just boring grey. We've got some different bit of colour, and then some green. Put the green lower down because that's where all the moss will grow, not at the top normally. Saying that, moss on roofs. Okay, oh yeah, a bit of black dirt on the top maybe. Right, so we've got our two little pillboxes, so we can glue them to the grass now, where I want to put them. So I'm going to glue my pillboxes down. So I think one here, probably by the main road coming in, and another one going into the camp. So we've got plenty of coverage. So a big blob of glue on there, and then just push him in. Right, so 2 pillboxes glued in place. So I'm quite pleased with how the grass came out on the embankment. Can you see also where I sort of put some glue on the ballast? I've got some grass growing up there, so that actually looks okay. It's not quite as clean a line as on the other side. So yeah, by putting a little bit of sort of grass on there, it makes it look a little bit less rigid. Now I'm going to put some bushes and weeds and things along this section here. Now we've got that done. So I've got my glue, a little brush, some tweezers, and a supply of bushes and things up here. So I am going to pick out some little bushes. I bought this, this is a new type of bush that I bought the other week at the Bluebell Railway. I'm going to use those. Start him down there. We're going to have a few fallen trees now. I think the railway, they've cleared some of them away. Obviously they haven't managed to clear all of them. So let's put one perhaps down there. Little log there. I found some smaller ones. We don't generally have great big trees on the embankments because of course they fall into the railway. So we'll just have some smaller ones here. There we go there. Another little smaller one somewhere. And a chucker tree. That one's fallen down the hill. Now, he fell down. Perhaps another one just there. And I'm going to put some trees in here afterwards as well. Got some little polyfiber bushes as well. And we can put those. I'm going to put a polyfiber bush down here. As we've got a bit of polyfiber, there you can go in there. And there's some more poly. I need to be careful with the polyfiber because if it gets on the track, it's going to tangle up in the trains. So I need to be careful. I've got some lichen. I don't know how well the lichen fits, to be honest with you. Maybe it does if I just carefully tear it a little bit better like bushes. Lichen's better on trees, I think, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's a bit. That's not too bad if you break it smaller. Right, we're going to put some weeds down as well, like we sort of put some weeds here. So put some glue down and a bit of a patch. And then we get our coarse turf and just put it over the top. That'll glue on and I'll hoover it off later. And a little bit more somewhere else. Some weeds here. That'll do for now, I think. I've got some nice grass on this top section here, but I'm going to put on some different colour grasses. So I've got my different colours back here. So I'm going to brush on some glue and just put on some patches of grass in some different places, like we have before. Now we'll get the hoover and the sock out, hoover up the excess. Alright, I'm going to put some grass all the way along this edge. So try and start blending that in a little bit, if that will work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But we'll give it a go. Green grass everywhere. I'll get the hoover out. Well, this section here, I'm going to need a little bit of a ramp to get up to the army barracks. So I'm thinking I can use some clay. I've got a bit of clay here, so we can use that. Let me just get rid of some of the mess out that I've been making. So we can put him in there. We'll paint in with tarmac later on, of course. And I'm going to have to remove this before it dries, otherwise it's going to stick to that thing. A little bit of water, smooth him off. That's okay. And I'm just going to remove the board carefully. There you go. Right, I'll let that dry, and then I can paint my tarmac on later. Well, I've just made myself a few tufts of straw, blobs of glue on some tracing paper, and then used the static grass applicator with the straw in to put it into the glue. So we've got lots of little stumps of grass that I can use to put all over the place. So I don't know how many I've made, there's quite a lot there. Once they dry, I can pull them off with tweezers and then just glue them to the layout in various places. Well, we've been working hard on our hills, so I've got a lot of that grass on there. I've put on a couple of pillboxes. I've got a space for my Nissen hut, and at the back, of course, that is where all the army barracks are going to be going. And then swinging over to the other side, you can see now we've got the church hill also greened up a bit. So this is just base layer of grass, so I've got some longer grass to put on as well, but I've got some dead and some green grass on there just to give it a few differences. I've put some grass around the edge of the church as well, and yeah, we've got a couple of vehicles on there just so make it start to look a little bit more realistic. I'm going to be adding some trees and other things on soon as well. Well, the layout's coming along nicely. I've been developing a few areas. I've still got lots to do, I think, but I'm going to try and get it up to at least a reasonable standard so we can have an official opening. So that means putting in some trees and just making a few of the areas a little bit more detailed. But yeah, I want to try and just get it finished up to a working level, and then I can spend more time putting some detail on at a later stage. So I've masked off the road, and I'm going to be spraying a bit of glue over the green area and adding some 2mm grass, different colours, to that particular area just to build it up a bit more. That's only the 1mm grass on there at the moment, 2 different colours, the dead and the green, but I'm going to add a few more colours on top to build up some layers. Okay, we've got some rock here, so I want to put some bit of dead grass on the rock. So I'm going to paint some glue on some of the lines, and then we'll use the static grass applicator to get the grass onto the rock. So we're going to need some glue to stick some of that grass on, just in a few different places, a few ledges and points on the rock. Okay, we'll give that a go. Get the static grass out. That's pretty good. Now I've finished putting in the fibres here. I wanted to glue this little line side hut down here at the end of the sidings. So that's going to go there. That's where they go and have their cups of tea once they've dropped off their carriages. So I'm going to put some glue on here and hopefully it will stick down. It will take a while to glue. This glue takes 3 or 4 hours to dry properly. That will give it some good glue. Maybe too much glue, but anyway. And then we just chuck him down there, like that. Thanks for watching this week. See you next time.